Or is it dark?
Is it dark? We're live. Oh my gosh. Do you see your face?
I can't see my face.
Because you are lying down.
It's not bright.
It's not bright. Shall we put that light on? I think it's bright. Okay.
Put this one.
Which one? The light up? I don't know if it's gonna look good. Is it bright?
A little bit
Is it bright?
better.
Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to our channel. Our channel. Guys, first of all, I have to apologize to you guys. I was gonna do these on two platforms. I put up a notice to scream on two platforms, both here on Facebook. So getting there to start my life, something happened to my to the app or whatever, to the software. So I was gonna use StreamYard. So right now I am only streaming on YouTube, which I will later download and post it to Facebook. Sorry guys, for you guys on Facebook who has been waiting for this live. So guys, welcome. If this is your first time, consider subscribing. My name is kartiavelino. I am a Nigerian born based in Toronto. So, you guys, if you have been following me on my social media, it's been buzzing and bubbling, and people wants to know the secret of happily after 33 years. Why is it that we're still together? And somebody left a very funny message. I say that, oh my God, 33 years is too long in this modern age. We're not the modern people. Daddy, are we modern people? My husband doesn't really, he's not a very talking type, right? So, guys, please, we are here to share some information, answer some questions. If you have any question, drop your question down below and we will answer the question to the best of our knowledge. So, welcome, guys. I see you guys here. Yes, yes, yes. Give this video thumbs up. So, without further ado, I am going to pick up few questions that people dropped on different social medias, and then I will answer that. This is my husband, my partner in crime, my partner for life, my partner for 33 years of our lives together. So, guys, share this video while I'm trying to. Dad, you want to say something? Say hello, people.
No, you said it all.
I said it all. Yes, I'm trying to get the other questions, and trying to see if I can share this to Facebook because it's not streaming live on Facebook. Something happened. So, guys, yes, uh-huh. Okay, leave your questions. Okay, I'm coming. What? Flies. Yeah, we're just taking this as natural as it can be. So don't worry, we are relaxing, chit-chatting with you guys. Like this is home. Home, home, home. No special preparations. So let me go ahead and get to the question. And I might ask you some questions too, my honey, so you can answer, okay? And you're my special guest. You guys don't know that this man here comes on my screen once in a year, and I have to beg and plead. So it is an honor for me to have him here to join me today on this live stream. Okay, let's go, honey. I'm getting questions.
What you didn't tell them is that you dragged me by my tail here.
Oh, I dragged you
Yeah,
by your
yeah,
tail.
you had to drag me.
Yes, I have to drag you.
Yeah.
I think this is one of our secrets, right?
Oh,
Dragging you on the tail. To bring you here. I'm looking for the questions. There are so many questions. I don't remember. Unfortunately, like I said, I will not be able to be doing this live, showing it to platforms. Oh gosh. Fate. Is this one? I don't think it's this one. We are looking for
should
questions.
have written it down.
I thought I would just come here, get straight to that, and that's okay. They're free. They're free to leave their questions. It's okay. It's chit chat. We're not like super pre-planned. I read the questions to you today. Okay. Okay. So I'll just remember and then I'll ask you the questions from what the people say. They want to know what is the secret? What is it that kept us going for the past 33 years? What advice will you give to the younger generations that is coming up today? The things that really hold our marriage together.
Is that supposed to be a question for me?
Yes, it's a question for you.
Wow. I don't know.
What is the secret to your long lasting marriage?
That's the question is it's a generic question, but then again, I'll personalize it because I think it's I'll individualize it.
I
Um,
see some.
everybody has their own secret and reasons why they are together. But for me, I can only speak for myself, and I have always taken a position that I'm not a marriage counselor or a marriage advisor. So I do not advise. Rather, what I will do is I will share my own experience with you. Then, if that works for you, absolutely fine. If it doesn't work for you, you must always find what works for you. For me, I think it stems from the fact, um, first of all, family background. Um, when your background is of that once you're married for life, it guides you. That's number one. So at the back of your head, you always know that marriage is something that you're gonna be in for life. So any chips that anything that breaks along the line, you find a way to fix it. Also, the fact that from the onset, I took a position of just leaving my partner be herself the best she can be, not overbearing, not controlling. Um, I think it works. And also, you being yourself, being truly yourself, who you are, and not let other people tell you or define you or tell you what you're supposed to be. I've always believed that if you're comfortable in your own skin and you're comfortable with who you are, every other thing is a go. So I think those are the major reasons for me what works for me. And lastly, I honestly believe that marriage is a whole lot more than love. Is commitment, is respect, is understanding. Um, and with all that said, that's it.
That's not all about it, but we still have to like stretch it a little bit. So, from what I'm picking up here, just for you guys who are watching here, one of the key things you say here is letting me be me, and I have also let you be you. We have learned to work in our own individual spaces without without spilling over to the other person's space. Is this true or false?
That's what it is.
Has it always been like this from day one, or do you think that age has also made us to know to be on our own lane?
I think it has always been like this, but with age, you now redefine it and stretch it a little further. If you have an overbearing individual as a partner, he will always be there. But what happens is, as you get older, you get wiser. As you get older, you know that it's okay, because it's okay to lose fights. When I was younger, I've always known that I can lose the fight, but I cannot lose the battle. The battle is to the end, but the fight is the everyday fight. And also, more importantly, um, I've also learned that for guys, you seriously and honestly cannot win argument with your partner. So the earlier you learn that you can't win the argument, or you shut up, just let it be, because there is no time you argue, and you can never win. So if you realize that you can never win, before the argument starts, you've already taken your position, and once you take your position, you go and just let it be.
So are you saying that anytime that we get into argument or we try to get into argument, you have that already embedded in your head that you're not going to win this argument? And you let me be, you let me fly, you let me jump, and all you do is sit down and watch.
But it's natural. It's natural with women that I've never seen any man who has won an argument with their wives.
Oh.
You can win that argument. And what causes problem is when you try to insert that you're right. You know, a friend of mine said, if he wakes up in the morning and the wife said you're an idiot, you say, okay, what next? That's the only way to avoid even a bigger fight. So you learn you're not gonna win, and you let it be. Maybe next time or after that, you can sincerely do something about it. But as far as winning an argument
with women,
with your partner, you cannot. And the earlier you learn it, better for you.
So the guys, I hope you guys are listening, because women are from Venus and men are from Mars. I always say that we come from two different planets. Regardless of how you want to look at it, we know that at the end of the world, at the end of the day, God created us, but women will always be women and men will always be men. So do not try to be a feminine person when you are a masculine. And do not try to be masculine when you are feminine. You must know where to draw the line, where to draw the boundary. Marriage is not sweet roses all the time. Somebody also asked me, how do we manage arguments? You said it here already, that you can never win.
Pick your fights.
You can never win.
Pick the point to fight. You can, in fact, again, I've always said, not every fight that I fight.
Not every fight that you fight.
There are fights that will come, you just let it go.
Okay.
Fight that will come, let it go. Pick and choose when you fight. And when you fight, always bear in mind that you might not win the fight, but the battle is yours.
Okay. You're both looking very good. I love to see people in love over time. My first question is, what did you wish you knew as a young wife and as a young husband? I'm just going to leave this because it's I'm going to pick it one at a time. My first question, what did you wish you knew as a young wife and as a young husband? Young wife, what did I think that I didn't know then that I know now? I would say maybe being a young wife, I wasn't very open to accommodating so many people around me. I have always been an introvert, but people will see me and think that I am an extrovert. Yes, I love to have people, friends, but when it comes to people coming close to me, coming to my home, trying to, insert themselves, I always see them as coming too close to my personal space. So I have always loved my personal space, but if I have to think again, what I know now as then, I will give them a little bit of accommodation, but this is one of the things that I wish I knew as a young wife. Another thing is that being a young wife, you're still learning your partner. You don't know everything about your partner. I was not very open to learning what he likes or what I liked. It was always me. My husband will always tell me that it's always me, 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 me. And I've been working so hard trying to make it not to be me. Even though he said that it's always me, 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 I still don't believe and I agree 100% that it's all about me. But if I was younger, the younger me, I will be more open to talking more about it most of the time. But this time, when you tell me it's all about me, I will just look around and I brush it on the side because within me, I don't think it's always all about me.
So on my own part, I think what the question is, what is it that I know now
That you.
that I wish I had known? Again, with time, you can. You're a product of. We're all a product of time, and change is something that is constant in life. As you're advancing in life, changes will come. I have truly changed in a lot of ways, and my wife has truly changed in a lot of ways. Um, I think that I think part of the reason why we weathered the storm in the beginning, because the things that she used to do, some of them she still does it up until today. The things I used to do, some of them I still do them up until today. But the difference then and now is, like I said earlier, I learned that she must be her, and I let her be her to the fullest. When we were younger, that was not always the case. When we were younger, because you're young and restless, you want to insert your authority. Even when she normally she will say no to things, you want to bend her, you want to make her say because you think you're the man. With time, I realized that
I thought I was the man.
No,
Okay.
no, you. I think you think you're the man.
Oh.
You get it? So yeah, when you're young, your partner, your wife can do things ordinarily you will let go, but in the quest to establish yourself or that you're the man because you're young, it's still questionable. So you go extra mile to be forceful, and many times forcefulness never works. Usually, what worked in a relationship is you play on people's, let them emotion, let them see reasoning why you do or why they should do what you let them do, and let them be. And when you let them be, what happens? They will have time to think about it, and when they think about it, you see them come full circle and do that thing in which you want them to do in the first place. So, using hash tone because you're the man. You got you. That's what I mean. Using hash tone, everything has to be hash, hash, hash. I get it. No, but when you get older, you get wiser. I'm going to say that. Then you realize, it's not by force. Relationship, marriage, or any other thing is not by force. It comes from within. And if you let people be who they are, express themselves, even if my wife jumps up and said, I tell her something right now, and she said, I'm never going to do it, I'll be like, okay, I'll leave. Because guess what? Because I know eventually when she goes out and think about it, and also consider my reaction. When she considered my reaction that I didn't even look her face when she was saying that. She'll say, okay, let me do it, and she'll turn around and do it. So that's all that comes with time, and time factor you can never, never, never discard it in a relationship. The longer you stay together, the more you understand each other's tendencies. Um, and also, the one thing that she missed on her own part is she's a little more patient right now than before. She's a whole lot more patient. Again, that's come with age.
Yeah, I come with age.
She's a whole lot more patient and when you're patient with people, I'll tell you something. Um, when we were younger, my wife would walk up to me and say, I want you to do this. Like she said before, she's been asking me to appear in one of our videos, which that's not me. And every time she says it, every time it comes up, I usually don't say anything. I'll just be like, and when I give her that look, she knows that it's just, please leave me alone. She will go. Her now will let me be. Her of the old days will be upon me every minute of the day saying it. And the more she says it, the more I get turned off by it. So now when she turns and walk away, within me, I'll be like, okay, she doesn't really bother me. She wants me to do this for her. Okay, I'll do it for her. But if I have an inclination or a feeling that she's trying to force me to do that, that's when I'll run away. I will never do it. So that's all part of maturity and old age.
Okay. Somebody said, uh, did having okay, how did having a kid change your dynamics in relationship when you were younger? Because really, did we really have kids young?
You have kids young. You had kids when you were young.
Yeah, but
You were very young.
no, I wasn't very young, or we
You
weren't
were
very
very
young.
young.
No, let me tell you the dynamics of young in this part of the world. Young means from 14 to maybe 19,
No,
right?
that's not young.
But that's young.
If you have kids in your 20s, you're young.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Where, because this day and age,
How many people get married in their
25.
no? How many people get married when they're 14, 15 years? Nobody does. So that doesn't. As if you have a husband, you must be up to 18, 19, 20, 20 something. So we had kids when we were young. That's why you can probably say my first son is 28 years old or 27 years old. That's you have kids.
Okay, so somebody say how did it, because really we had kids when we came into this country, we didn't even know our right from our left, and the next thing you know, within 2 or 3 years we got married, we had our first child. So how did that dynamic change our life? Do you remember back 28 years ago?
Well, it does because it does in a lot of ways. But the first is when we came here, we were very young, obviously, and we were doing things. It was all about us. It was me and you. Just that's it. All of a sudden, the first Ordinaka came along, and now it becomes plus one. And we used to get up, go to a nightclub without thinking who would babysit, who would do. We used to go to parties. We used to do everything. We used to pick up and go to Montreal and spend the weekend, and then the next night we take a night bus and come back to Toronto, right? And then go to work the next day. So once you had a child, all that changed. So that in that aspect, your life changed. Also in the aspect of your relationship and where you go and who you interact with, you started changing your friends. When you have children, you now started interacting with people who have children, so that your child will have playmates and all that. So that's how your life changed. So your cycle of friends changed.
Yes, this is one thing some people or younger people don't understand, especially women. Some women, maybe you have your friends, your colleagues, you went to school together. Once you are married, your life changed around your friends. Not because those people are not your friends anymore, not because you like them less, but because the interaction on the things you guys talk about in life is not going to be the same. Maybe they're not married, they are still in the verge of dating, trying to find their soulmate, while you yourself or I myself have moved on, become a mom. So my friends were not really my friends anymore, even though they are my friends, but we don't do much together. You take the kids to daycare, you find out that the parent of your child best friend becomes your friend, because you guys have things to talk about. You talk about kids trip, you talk about going to shopping together.
Who will pick up the child if you're not if you're busy? You the co pickups,
school runs, and stuff like that. So it really changed the dynamics of being a new mom, being a new dad. Even with that, it changes when you take them to football, to soccer, to swimming. You find yourself interacting.
I became a football coach. I coach football. I coach baseball. All that I didn't know before, because I never played football like American football in Nigeria. I never played baseball in Nigeria. But because I had a child who is interested in those, I had to go learn it and also become a coach. The reason for becoming a coach is so that when they go on a trip, I will have a reason to be there. Even if I'm not there for my child, I'm there as a coach.
True.
So that's
very true. So if you're young and you happen to get married or your friends get married, do not think that they forget about you or that you're not friends anymore. The dynamics, the topic, the relationship with you and your friends will also take a twirl because they are thinking of clubbing, drinking, meeting men, while you on your own is thinking about kids, babysitting, taking them to extracurricular activities, coming home to make sure that there is food on the table for your household. So this is how having children have changed the dynamics. How do you adapt to okay? Okay. What tips do you have for managing finance in marriage in general and also when the woman is higher earner? I have to take up from this one and then I'll let you in. One thing about our relationship is that we've never really, we don't even know how much, you don't know how much I was earning. I don't know how much you were earning. What matters is that at the end of the week, when we were young and restless and doing some petty jobs and stuff like that, this is the beginning of the marriage. All you know is that every Friday when you get paid, you come home, you take all the money, you handed all the money over to me. True or false?
because I didn't have a choice. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, again, it's individual. Like I said in the beginning, everybody have what they wish or what they want for themselves. For me, from day one, um, I've always believed that she managed she manages money more than me. Everybody knows their weak point and their high their high end. She manages money, and for years, for years, I never had a bank account, a personal bank account. And I'll tell it to my friends, they are looking at me like,
Hold on.
oh,
Guys, please share this video. Please do us a favor. Share this video. You might be helping someone. Like this video and share this video. Yes. You never had an account.
Interrupted me.
Sorry. It's
You just
YouTube.
interrupted me.
I know you are not a
I was
YouTuber.
I was in my line of thought and you interrupted me.
I wanted other people to
Okay.
hear that too.
Okay, so for way over 20 something years, I never had a bank account. And upon that, I don't even know how much, or I didn't know up until now.
How
I don't
much
know
I
how much
make.
I make. Up until today, I do not know how much my wife makes. That may surprise a lot of people. But the reason for me is she's very good with money. I can leave her with $100. If I want to do expenses, I can do expenses of $120 because the more money that I gave her will back and more. So, and also, it's also very, very common with a lot of African women, with a lot of Nigerian Igbo women. They are good with money. That's why my father did that also, gives my mother money, and she keeps it. And you build trust. When you're giving and you do not mismanage it, more will be given to you. So for me, when we were, in terms of finances, it has never been a problem for me. I make money, I give her, she spends, because I know she's more prudent than I am when it comes to spending. And that still stand up until today.
Yeah, some people will also, she said, how do you guys living in this part of the world, do you ever talk about 50-50 bills?
That's what you both think now. That has never been an African way. And where I come from, I don't know where I come from. In fact, the bill is 100 to 0. The man gets all the bill. The woman gets nothing.
I know.
So I don't know about 50 or 60, 40 or 20, 80.
I know when I always say that and people look at me as crazy, but there's something you said about 1 minute ago that a lot of people might not be aware of that. When people talk about family upbringing, you might not know, and you yourself don't even realize, leave the flies, please. You don't even realize the impact that your father has made on your mom. And
yes.
hold on, he's going to go and chase the fly away.
Go ahead,
yes, the impact that your father has made on you guys. You say that growing up, that your father will go to work, do whatever the hustle he makes, comes home
Yes,
and give your mom the money.
Yes.
And you guys, the kids, were watching, and this is what really transpired into you, because you really don't care. My husband doesn't know how much I make. If I make $1, he does. He's never asked me. Years ago, we were talking about how much nurses make. And then he looked at me and said, Nne, do you make up to $40 an hour? Really? I look at him and then I laugh. It's never been a conversation. We have never talked about it. All you know is that you do your daddy role.
Yeah.
You do your mommy role. You will give me lots and lots of money. And sometimes when I used to
when no, don't sugarcoat it.
No, let me land.
No, I'm helping you out.
Okay.
I'm helping you out.
Okay.
The thing is, I will give you money when there is money to give you. And when there is no money to give you, I trust that you will step in and cover the role. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
I trust that you will step in, and you always step in. So if you said I said, oh, there is no money coming in today, you'll be like, okay, I will see what I can do. So that, for me, that alone gives me the idea, or the idea that you're being open. It's not always about me. I also understand there are women who will not do the same thing that you're doing. Who, when their husband says there is no money, it becomes a problem. Now, you must recognize there are women like that. When their husband says there is no money, it becomes a problem. Meanwhile, they will have their own money. I hear about stories of women using their money to go and build houses in their parents' house, or for their brother, or opening a business for their siblings. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Behind their husband. So it cut both ways. So the fact that I am so open-minded is because you gave me a reason to be open-minded. If by peradventure I was walking around and I saw somebody, I said, oh, you bought a car for your mom, God bless her soul. My anger will not be because you bought a car. My anger will be because, how did I not know that my partner is buying a car? You understand? So that's what it is.
Another thing that I wanted to talk before you even stop me is that I remember, yes, you said that when there is money, there used to be loads and loads and lots of money. You will come. I used to be very crazy about shopping. This is one of the things that age has to teach you. When you are in your 20s and 30s, you go out there, you see a shoe for $5,000, you buy it. You see a handbag of $10,000 because everybody is having it. It's a Nigerian mentality. If you don't have it, it feels like you don't belong. I will go there, take cash. When people swipe credit card, I pay cash. You will look at me, you say, Nne, this is the money to pay the bills for 3 months. If you like, use it for shopping. If you like, shove it down the guts. I am done with you for 3 months. Here is the entire money for the bills. I'll hold the money. I look at it. I say, okay, maybe I'll just take a little bit, buy shoes, buy bags, and then go and hustle and replace it. So
this is true confession.
True confession. This is one of the things.
Now I know.
When you grow older in age, shopping, shoes, bag, those things are none of my prerogative anymore. When I sit down here, I count my fingers. How many real estate do I have? I could have put this money into investment. I could have started real estate when I was in my 30s. I go to my closet, I open my closet, I count. I say, I have over $50,000 sitting here. I could have invested these things in real estate, in things that will yield me money. So as you age in life, you become wiser.
Okay. How long more do we have?
That's okay.
We've done 35 minutes.
That's okay, honey.
My concession agreement is 30 minutes. What?
Okay, it's okay. Let's make it for 40 minutes. Okay?
Right.
Yeah, 6 more minutes. Look, remember, I am still reading the questions.
No, we have to speed it up. Okay.
Don't be saying this in front of the people
No,
who say
no.
that I'm pushing you
No,
to be.
we're being ourselves, isn't it?
We're being
That's
ourselves,
it.
and this is the secret to our long-lasting relationship.
There's no script. We're being ourselves. So let's get on with
Okay,
it.
okay. How do you adapt traditional African gender roles in marriage and living in Western world?
I do not understand that what is traditional African role. Again, is
Traditional,
it's relative.
Traditional African gender roles. When I think what she's trying to say, traditional African gender roles, being a man in Africa means that whatever you say, this is it as a man. So this is why
that's a classic misconception of Africa, and I really struggle when people say that. Africa is what? Is Africa Nigeria? Is Africa Yoruba? Is Africa Igbo? Is Africa Hausa? Is Africa Efik? Is Africa TV? When you say Africa, because where I'm from, which is Igbo, women has always have a dominant hand in Igbo land. Women has always. That is why we in Igbo land, if you're married after a certain age, you become a man. After certain age that you're married, if you're, as a matter of fact, once you're married and you have a male child, you're a man.
We have to talk about that.
So now, when you say traditional African role, in my culture, women has always been deemed powerful because, and it's so. Of course, there are lines that you don't cross, but they are powerful. So the role of a woman has always been, men is the ceremonial head of home. But the operational head of every household is a woman.
Very true.
In Igbo land.
Very true.
So that's the operational, the engine that gets the family going is the woman. So that tells you how powerful that women has always been in our culture. So in this part of the world, when people say African culture, that's it's very relative in my mind.
Yeah, I know that my mom has always told me one thing. My mom told me growing up when I initially got married, she goes, your household belongs to you as a woman. If you want to have a happily ever after, you, the woman, has the key.
Yeah.
Because your husband can come home and you as a woman will decide that today is today. I must fight you. I must break into your phone. I must know who is calling you. I must know how much you're giving me today. It is the woman that controls. If a woman says no fight today, no fight.
Yeah,
there will be no fight. My mom told me that this is one of the things I never forget. So the key to binding and building your household is marriage. If you decide to give your husband peace, your marriage will grow. But in this day and age, there are so many men who have stripped off their pants and they are wearing dresses and they are becoming woman. They are becoming woman. They talk too much. They forget that they are men. They engage into altercation with their wives and stuff like that. But that will be a topic for another day. So let me go ahead. She also said, how do you manage long distance relationship?
Okay, that's a good one. Our relationship has not always been long distance. I hope you know that. It was a decision that both of us made. And when we made that decision, we didn't think it would be easy. We knew that it's not going to be easy. And has it been easy? No. It has not been easy, both on my side and on her own side. But I will say something. I think she has sacrificed more than I have. And that's something that I always carry with me. And once I carry that with me, that this woman has literally given up her marriage for the sake of her family. Once I'm able to carry that along, which I carry her along, it helps me. Now, in terms of managing it, I do not think there is a day or the worst case scenario, any other day that we do not speak since I've relocated to Nigeria. We speak every morning, we speak every night. And what that does for you is it puts you in line. It makes you not to forget that you have. And marrying who is my wife, she will never let me forget that I have a family over here. That's I pretend to have forgotten. She will that you have a family. Is it an long distance relationship? Is it ideal? No, it's not ideal. But it also have its own benefits, because the benefit that it have is it tends to, every time we're together, it's like a new beginning. Every time we're together, it's like a new beginning. And if I'm in Canada for 2 months, 2 months will be like we're in honeymoon. But I also know that maybe if I was here all this time, it will not be so. So as much as I can say that it's been hard, it has been hard, especially on her, especially when the kids were younger, because she has to be the one that do all these daddy roles, the things that I used to do, driving the kids from one end of the state to the other, one end of the city to the other, one end of the province to the other, sometimes country, one end of the country to the other, all in the name of sports. She did that. And guess who benefited all from it? I did, and my children did, because they turned out to be wonderful, super wonderful children. And I can never forget that. So it has not been easy. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for her. But as long as you know you have division of labor, that you're doing your own part, she's doing her own part, things are fine.
Yes, guys. I know.
Did I miss anything?
No, you didn't miss anything about long distance relationship. There are some benefits to long distance relationship, but I will not wish that on a new couple, younger couple who have not started life.
It's true.
Yeah, I will not wish it on anybody, but sometimes due to circumstances, some people are in army, some people are in jail, partners in jail, in army, they don't have control over that. So talking about long distance relationship is gonna take a toll on the new couple who have not started a family. But if you are like us, we started long distance relationship 20 years ago. Can you guys believe that? And you said it has taken a toll on me because it's me. I will run to Nigeria, spend some months, come back. You will also.
It has also helped you because you have traveled around the world more than you would have traveled, more than you would have, if I was still here. You travel like you're just get up and go. There is no continent in the world that you have never been. So
yeah.
How many people that are here that travel 2-3 times a year? Yeah, so the advantages are there, disadvantages are there.
Mm-hmm. Another disadvantage. Now we're talking about this question. I'm going to take in it just a little bit to another 1 minute, and then we'll close. Yeah, long distance takes a toll on the children as well.
Oh, sure.
Children want both parents to be out there, to be there for them. And another thing that long distance relationship had made me is that it made me stronger, because when I look around, you will not believe that my kids, when they were like 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, never go to movie theater by themselves. You go to movie theater, you see young boys hanging out at the movie theater. I will cry, I will hold my kids. I say, Daddy is not around. If anything happens, they will say, your mom is all over social media. Your father, Navy man, is in the Navy. Look at the kids. Nobody's taking care of them. So it's one of the things that really, really straightened me up. Even at my kids, 18 years old, they go for their friend's party. I am parked at the parking lot, parked in the person's house, waiting for my children. And then after 1 hour, I look at my time. I go ring the doorbell. I drag my kids. I say, we need to go. So it made me extra cautious, knowing that you are not here. What am I going to say? Who am I? Nigerian community, all eyes are on you, So it straightened me up, knowing that we have we have kids that play professional football, and the big one, 28, still living at home. Many people will say, at that age, you're making enough money. What are you still doing in your parents' house? I will sit him down. I will say, my love, my darling, you are my husband after that. stay in this house until you're ready to get married. I convince him, he stays. He knows that that is not yet. So it brings kind of bonding, extra bonding for us as entire family.
Okay. Okay. So have I done my job?
Blessed and lovely couple. Remain blessed. Thank you so much. Cute to cute. De Sosa, thank you. Life class with Kato Coley. Congratulations to you, buds. May the Lord bless you. G Love. Hi, beautiful couple. Congratulations. So, guys, okay, share the video. We are going to.
It's not always congratulations. It's also thank you for the job well done. Yeah. And are we done?
Okay, the next time I'll pick up some questions from another platforms because I don't want to keep you for so long.
There'll be next time. I'm thinking I'm off the hook, and you're saying there'll be next time. Really? Okay.
Well, don't say that in front of the screen. They will not come back again.
Why not?
Stop saying
why
that.
Not? If you want me to be me, I'm being me. I don't like to be
Bukola.
I don't like to be in front of the screen.
Hi, Bukola Vic. Thank you, my darling, from Houston. Nice to see you here. Happy birthday, sir. She goes. Thank you. Thank you, Bukola.
God bless you.
Yes.
For finally. It's your channel, but let me say something and then you can close the way you want to close.
Okay.
Right? It's your channel, it's your
don't
channel.
scare. Don't chase my subscribers. Well, I don't know what you're gonna tell.
Why would I say? Why would I take them? Okay, no, what I was even going to say was young people getting married or planning to get married.
Mm-hmm.
The decision that you made today will live with you for a long time, whether you're together or you're not together, because that decision will be you're happily married after 20, 25, 30, 40 years, or you've been divorced 20 times. So choose wisely, like they say. And remember, love is not everything. It's not about love. Love, they say, is a decision. You make a decision to love somebody. Love is not emotion. It is not emotion. If anybody tell you love is emotion, no, love is a decision. If you make a decision, conscious decision to love somebody, you're loving them. And why you're loving them? You're loving everything that comes with it. Because there's a whole lot of things. There's good, the bad, and the ugly that comes with love.
That's commitment.
Yes. So exactly. So love is commitment. Love is understanding. Marriage is more importantly commitment. If you commit that your marriage, if you commit that your marriage will work, you work on it, regardless of anything. You can cross the Atlantic, the blue sea, the high sea to make it work. But if you base it, oh, I love him, you can fall in and out of love. People fall in and out of love. So what happens when you fall out of love? That person goes. So I always tell the young ones, find somebody who you're committed to. Find somebody who you respect and respects you. It's really respect. If you respect them and they respect you, there are things you will not do to somebody that you respect. There are things that you will not do with somebody that you love.
Care about.
Yeah. So that's it. Okay. So did I scare them?
No, you didn't scare.
Okay, good.
So we leave your thoughts in your comments. We are going to come back with version 2. I am going to hold you until we answer all the questions. He doesn't like to be, or she's not a social media person, but I try to tell him that it's nothing to do about social media. This is just trying to empower the youth, the younger couple, and getting ideas from matured people. Because let me tell you, guys, and we all know that the things that we hear and see every day about marriage is, I don't know. It's very, very scary. I talk to my kids all the time, Children learn from what they see. And I keep my fingers crossed. You hit the nail on the head for people who are just coming. When you say, I'm going to repeat that when you were growing up, when your father finished his business, you take all the money, give to your mom. It is what the children see. And maybe if you didn't see that from your dad, you will not be doing that, giving me all the money.
but then again, you must also remember or realize that we live in a different era now.
Yes, we do.
It's a matter of trust. There are some women that you carry that money and give to them. Boom, they're gone. So you must understand and appreciate the fact that this is a different era. But whoever wants to make it work in this era can still make it work. It's simply about commitment. It's simply about trust. It's simply about respect.
It's simply about upbringing too. Because no matter what, if people, I will take for example on Instagram, especially young women, they see the life of the social media and they believe that this is how the world works. So this is a topic for another day. How social media has influenced a lot of the younger generation.
Okay, not me, you.
No, we'll talk about it.
All right, guys.
Thank you, guys. J-Love. Yes, guys. Thank you for stopping by. We will see you guys in our next video. Bye. Love.
Now,
Faith.
My Faith, where are you going? To the power store.